The College Basketball Experience Preview and Picks Episode 4, Tuesday, November 14th on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Bet365. Yes, Bet365 is offering new users a $1,000 risk-free bet. Sign up today at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/bet365. We're also brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets, the sports betting research platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit HOFBets.com. Use that promo code SGPN to get 50% off your first month and start making smarter bets today, people. We're also brought to you by Game Time. Game Time has last minute tickets at the lowest price guaranteed. Use the promo code CFBX for $20 off your first purchase. And also in honor of Veterans Day, everything in the merch store is 10% off. With the promo code VETS, all proceeds from these sales will be donated to Mission 22, a nonprofit serving those who have served in our military.
This is Mike Leach, head football coach at Mississippi State, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Experience preview and picks for Tuesday, November 14th, folks. And won 500 on my locks tonight. 500, not a losing day for the record. I thought I was going to have a winning day, but then the fucking Sharks. But we're gonna get to every game, folks. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Swinging Dan DeBase Dan, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
I'm probably drinking too much and celebrating too much and not sleeping. Would have killed a normal man, but no, that's gone. The medical advice I got from that was like being hit by lightning. Pretend it never happened and get on with your life.
I mean, some of these endings tonight, you got to pretend they never happened and definitely get along with your life. And some of them were just total horrible plays. We're going to talk all about it. Had a couple nice plays. Like I said, I think I locked up 10 games last night. It might have been 12, one of the two. I went 500. I already did the math, and the math is always questionable when you're riding with Pick Dundee after a few cocktails. But come on, folks. I know we didn't lose. We did not lose you money if you listen to at least my locks. And I think all of our locks as a collective, it was an average night. Let's get to it, all right? Because we got a beautiful slate. And shout out to Danny Dumbshit in the chat who threw us $5 just like that. I appreciate you, Danny Dumbshit. And in my opinion, from one dumbshit to another, I appreciate that. All right. Yeah, let's get to it because, it was crazy slate. But first, I am joined by my co-host. Give it up for former video coordinator for Bob Huggins and Frank Martin, host of the Big 12 College Experience, host of the Ryan and Rush Show. Give it up for Ryan McIntyre, aka Moneyline Mac. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man. Yeah, average night could have been good. A couple bad beats went against us, and of course our Sharks did not come through in the late window. But hey, you know what? We'll tread water. That's why we bet this sport every single night, and we're back tomorrow. So let's go.
Yes, and I will start off with playing this one for me. Noah, you can come on screen right now, but don't say anything. Let the clip play.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought? Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
I mean, that's what happened with my St. John's pick. And Mac, I'm not even going to blame you because I feel like I brought you into the muck. This is 100% on me. This is called accountability, folks. All right. I gave you the biggest fucking lemon of the college basketball season so far. They were dominated. Well, I guess like the first 10 minutes it was even, but after that, Michigan pulled the fuck away, and St. John's defense is not. Pitino does not have them playing Pitino defense right now. So, with all due respect, Noah, the floor is 100% yours.
How's it going? Good evening, guys. Yeah, that was domination. I can't believe I get to talk about them first too. That was the first game of the slate. That was a very fun night, fun start to the night. However, it was my first losing night, so it's kind of like a little salt in the wound, like having to come on and talk about the one win I had today. But the difference, like in this game, we pulled away due to St. John's defense is piss poor. We hit so many, like the key to every game for me has been like Michigan. If they can hit the outside shots, they're going to win some basketball games this year. The team I don't think is any better than they were last year. They're just hitting their shots. Terrence Williams improved in the offseason, but Doug McDaniel looks like he's on another level. But his shot was always like the weakest part of his game. We haven't seen this team like really under pressure. And the biggest translation I can pull is at the free throw line, they shot 60% today. So like, if you're going to shoot 43% from three, are you going to be better at the free throw line, or are you going to be a little bit worse at the three or around the perimeter? Because the front court, I believe, is really good with Olivia Kamwa and Terrace Reed. But man, was Doug McDaniel fun to watch in the second half. In the first half, it was Namari Burnett's breakout because he couldn't miss.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I want your I'll critique on a couple things. First, I want people to watch. Some people say like Pitino is old now. Watch how your defense was tonight, and watch how St. John's defense will be on like February 23rd. I bet you're going to see a gigantic fucking difference. Now, with that said, Noah, I also think with under Martelli, the ball movement is way better than a season ago.
Actually, I think under Martelli, we're better in transition. Doug McDaniel's fast as fuck, and we're getting him out in transition. And Pitino's press did nothing today. Like we literally gave Doug the ball in. We let him sprint up the court, catch the ball out of bounds, and we were in their half of the court in no time. So I didn't think it was much about like any offensively or defensively. Just the tempo was way up than what it's compared to when Juwan Howard was the head man on the sidelines. And I hope it stays this way. I really do, because that's the one really noticeable change with this team. I
thought the ball movement stood out to me. I thought the ball movement would work around. They'd find the open shot. You know what I mean? They'd attack. Now, St. John's, they were like Michigan. I tweeted this saying St. John's defense is terrible, and someone tweeted back saying you got to credit Michigan's offense. And 100%. But at the same time, like you're going to lose every single game with the amount of layups and second chance, points. You're gonna lose with those numbers. I think you're gonna lose every game. Anyway, Mac, your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, Michigan's been a kryptonite of mine early in the season. I think not only Juwan, but who transferred out of Michigan. That's another reason I think the ball's moving better. I mean, Dickinson's a ball dominant center, and now it's more by committee. The ball moves with these guards. They're playing at a high level. Other than James Madison in Arizona, Michigan has had the best resume so far in college basketball.
And Greg K, shout out to Greg. Martelli is so underrated. I've always wondered why he didn't get another. Like I've always thought, I was a big time St. Joe's fan, right? Back to like the fucking late 90s, early 2000s, whatever he came in there. I remember the Marvin O'Connell team went to the Elite Eight. I was all over that team that year. Then the Delonte West, Jameer Nelson team I loved. I've always thought he is a elite basketball coach. I don't know if the money's great and life as an assistant coach is fantastic, but I've always been dumbfounded on like who in their right mind you're hiring all these other coaches You're not going to pick up the phone and call fucking Phil Martelli, like major programs. Like, I'm not trying to shit on Kevin Willard, but if I was Maryland, I would be like, hey, why don't we call Phil Martelli? And I think Willard was probably a decent coach, but I'm just saying, at least come in for some interviews there. I don't even feel like he's interviewed, at least that I heard.
I want to say this too about Jawan. Like, he still assembled this roster. I mean, he lost 2 first-round lottery picks to the NBA draft and the number 1 transfer in the transfer portal this year. And they still assembled a roster that, is performing pretty dang well. They've taken down 2 conference champions and Rick Pitino in their first 3 games. And I hope it doesn't change because, Doug McDaniel's kind of looking like a Marquise Noel out there. Small little mini point guard that's dishing the ball around, making some shots. Colby, I have a question for you just to have some fun. Your prediction on St. John's in the preseason. You had them winning the Big East regular season. You also had Michigan in at least the bottom 4 of the Big Ten. One of those, I think, has to change.
Definitely Michigan. Definitely Michigan, because St. John's said one thing I know about Pitino is I truly believe, his team's going to improve every week of the season, right? Maybe not from a wins, losses in November, but I believe the team will be better next week than it was this week, right? And I watched Villanova. They suck. And I watched some other ones that I'm a little shaky on. I'm not as high. I'm still not as high on Creighton as you guys are. UConn would be the one that jumps out. Marquette, I want to see it with the bullseye on their back. But it's a long season, and I really believe Rick Pitino will be, have them maybe not winning it. I do believe there'll be if you watch the tape tonight and you watch it in February, you're gonna be like, that's the same fucking team. That's what I would bet on.
Yeah, the bet that we had in the preseason was they come in top 4. With Villanova losing the Penn, looks okay. And, Kyle Neptune might not be it either.
But there's another team we're going to talk about. But look, folks, before we get, I wanted that was a marquee matchup. I was super excited to watch that game, and I was dumbfounded. And I was scrambling, and I was in the middle of a company conference call saying, "Hey, they're not organized. They're not fucking organized." And I forgot I left my mic on. So some people thought I was talking about the bosses. And anyway, it was not a good look. But look, we're gonna get to the rest of these games, folks. But before we do that, I want to tell you the college basketball experience is brought to you by Vets Merch in honor of Veterans Day. Everything in the merch store is 10% off with the promo code VETS. All proceeds from these sales will be donated to Mission 22, a nonprofit serving those who have served. So support a great cause and score some sweet gear. Go to store.sportsgamblingpodcast.com promo code VETS. Store.sportsgamblingpodcast.com, promo code VETS. We're also brought to you by Bet365. Bet365 is the world's favorite sports books, trusted by over 88 million players worldwide. They got props, they got sides, they got totals, they got live betting. Yeah, Bet365 has got you covered, folks. And if you like boosts, you're going to love Bet365. They got like a 30% profit boost on the NFL same game parlays. Woo! Plus, they even have an early payout off if your team goes up 17 points. Sign up today and choose from 2 bonus offers, either a $1,000 first bet safety net or bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets. Just head to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/bet365. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/bet365. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Look, Underdog Fantasy has a way to play alongside your favorite fantasy players all season long. They got NFL, NBA, NHL, college basketball, college football, and it's fantastic. Simply pick higher or lower on your favorite players' fantasy stats and cash in. I know, Noah, you hit on your play earlier today.
Yeah, Braden Smith for the company parlay today.
Yeah, and I'm looking at tomorrow's. I was telling Mac, feel free to enter this debate here. Do we think Caleb Love against Southern can get over 14.5 points?
He's going to get enough field goal attempts. I know that. He's going to get his FGAs up. Yeah, let's go.
What? Yeah, Caleb Love played Southern today.
Oh yeah. So wait, hold on. Let me refresh.
Here, I got a prop.
Yeah.
I prepped because they're out today. It's a huge slate. I'm targeting the Iowa Creighton game. I think it's going to be a very high scoring game. We're going for a new Creighton, I guess, point guard because he was manning the point in the first 2 games. Trey Alexander. I'm taking the higher than 25.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He had 29 PRA in his first game against Florida A&M, 32 against North Dakota State. He's going to play more minutes in this game against Iowa than those first 2 games, and he covered this number with ease in those first 2 games. So give me Trey Alexander higher than 25.5 PRA.
I got one I like too, and my apologies. I had 2 windows open. Both with the same website. One from like 8 hours ago, and one from like 10 minutes ago. So I read I read the one from 8 hours ago. You can see I'm organized over here. Anyway, Matty Sissoko over 5 boards. Higher or lower, Mac? What do you think?
I think lower.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Let's go lower.
He gets his lunch. Boards. He gets his lunch eaten against better bigs. No way. I'm on the under. The lower.
Oh.
Noah loves his props.
Yeah, I like this too. That's what's great about this website, guys, is you can't find this out there, higher or lower. If you follow a team closely, you'll know these things. Noah was incredibly sharp today on his play. So check it out, watch along, make your picks, and maybe make a little extra cash on Underdog's mobile app or website, underdogfantasy.com. And look, I challenge our basketball, chat. We know you guys are rocking and follow us and loyal. So come on, get on over here and sign up with the promo code SGPN. Underdog will double your first deposit up to $100. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code SGPN. All right. We are back on the college basketball experience. We got a lot of other games to review. We're only 16 minutes in, but okay. I was feeling all right about the day with the exception of the St. John's when our boy, your boy specifically,
oh yeah,
Frank Martin, put it on the aqueduct known as Quinnipiac. 21-point win, no problem. No problem. I watched a lot of this game. It was pretty much dominant performance by the Minutemen. Your thoughts, Mac?
Yeah, they look way more athletic, more like a Frank Martin team than compared to last year's team. But in fairness to Frank, last year his whole goddamn team was injured the whole year. So year 2 starting to look more and more like a Frank team. Fran Dunphy, Frank Martin, going to keep saying it. They're going to get better and better and better. 2 veteran coaches that been there, done that.
Yep. And we were looking all right, but at the same time, we were not looking all right here. We both locked up North Florida. And I'll be honest, even losing by 10, I feel like is kind of generous. They were down like 19 or 20 at halftime. They got their ass whooped by South Carolina State, and I was left like sounding like Lou Holtz when I was watching this in the studio.
Well, I don't get the rain man cold, but they're counting down 7-6-5.
I mean,
well, I don't get the rain man cold, but they're counting down 7-6-5.
That's what I give for fading my boy. Eric Martin's a hugs guy. He was an assistant at West Virginia when I was there. And I just think that they're not very good, but he shut me the hell up tonight. So good win, Ebar. That's like game ball potential. They're up 30.
I watched South Carolina State. I think it was game 1. I was like, there's no one on this team that's good.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. You're the best. I'm the worst.
They're going to be a player in the MEAC if they're beating North Florida like that.
One of the things I hit on, and luckily, I didn't bet this, but I'm saying I hit on this as far as picks is Hampton ended up getting 9.5 points. Do you see that? Did you switch your pick on that?
No, I just say Norfolk State laying the 3.5, but I mean, crazy. CLV, right?
Yeah. I mean, so I took Hampton on our picks page with 9.5. That hit. So we both hit then. Boom.
Middle. Two sharp guys. There
we go. Now let's talk about the massacre that happened in Pittsburgh. And I saw someone in the chat earlier said, you guys need to stop fading Pittsburgh. I'm going to just go ahead and say, I'm just going to go ahead and say, shut the fuck up. I mean, come on. Look, that was a lucky ass cover. If there's ever a lucky ass cover, Washington in football, or like Utah in football with that shit where Washington drops the ball at the 2-yard line, which was my lock. And then you have this one tonight, which probably is worse. It's close.
Yeah, and it's worse because Gulf Coast cuts it to 5 with 3 minutes, and they intentionally foul Federico for no reason. So they put
it's a 5-point game. What are you doing?
Yeah, Blaze fucking defense gonna stop. They kill all the momentum, and then Pitt fucking makes a 3 or whatever, and then it's a 9-point game, and the guy throws up a Hail Mary from half court, and as soon as he shot, I go, "Oh, that's in," because I know how these jackasses work. They get every break, but you know what? Their day's coming. They're celebrating their Super Bowl tonight. Dumb, man.
And I sympathize with Rob because I mean I had like I think it was $150 on the game. I didn't have 1,000 on the game, so maybe I should celebrate in that aspect. But my thoughts and prayers with you, Rob.
I did not have that much, Rob, but I had quite a few. So don't worry, we'll get it back, Rob. They'll eat shit down the road.
Central Michigan, Florida State. We should have locked this.
Yeah.
Wait. Yeah, we should have locked this. This was 20.5, right? I feel like it was 21.5. This out the gate, I was watching this on the studio, and it was, dude, Florida State was up by like 25 within like the first. It was like 34-6, and I was like, why didn't I bet this? Central Michigan might be on auto fade for us, and I'm telling you, I think this Florida State team might be a little. I mean, I don't know how much we learned from them beating Central Michigan, but they're taller this year. They remind me of his teams a couple years ago, like when they were actually good. Did you get any eyes on this one?
I did. I just was score watching. I mean, they kicked their ass. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah. And to talk back to this conversation me and Noah were having and yourself about the Big East. The Big East. DePaul sucks. Georgetown sucks. St. John's has got to get better. Marquette, I'm curious to see how they'll do with the bullseye on their back. Creighton, I'm not as high on as you guys, but that's we'll find out. Maybe Creighton will benefit from it being weaker than I think it is. Villanova looks like it's got problems. We'll talk about Nova in a second. But it was like Real Money Kramer was saying in the studio. Colby, weren't you the guy that said Thad Matta was a great hire by Butler and you ate shit on that last year?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I think you were a year off. I think I was too, because I watched Butler today. This is the second time in a row I've watched Butler.
Yep.
I think we might have a legit contender. Those are Kramer's words. He goes, I think they're contenders in the Big East this year. They're not just winning. They are fucking teams up. And I know they're not the greatest competition. We're going to learn a lot more as they got Sparty coming, or they got to go to Sparty on what a Friday, I think, or Thursday. But did you watch any of this?
Yes, because I bet East Tennessee State, and I said I dare Butler to win 3 straight covers by 15 plus. Because I still had last year's Butler in my mind. Completely whiffed on this game. I got to reevaluate Butler because that team's good. Posh Alexander, Jamel Telford. They're a legit top 5 team in the Big East. Maybe better.
My first thoughts after watching today, and like I said, I don't want to overreact too much because it was the Buccaneers of ETSU, but I go, this team's going to be a problem in the tournament. That was my. I'm not talking Big East tournament, the NCAA tournament. I was like, this team's going to be an NCAA tournament team, and I think they could be a problem for some teams. I know we're overreacting. It's the fucking 7 days into college basketball, but damn, I've been impressed the last 2 times I caught them.
They look like his teams at Ohio State. They're physical as shit. They're fast, athletic. Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching this team going forward, and they have a great home court.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. If you get a chance, go check out Hinkle. It's amazing. Duquesne. I was watching the games with CJ Sullivan. Fuck. Duquesne might be on James Madison mode. Who are these Dukes?
I'll be in the house Wednesday.
Oh, there's
Yes,
Noah.
that's
there
right.
There goes Noah.
Mac. I mean, this team looks really good. Their fucking team's up too. I mean, I guess the competition hasn't been amazing, but they made Charleston look like shit. And Cleveland State, they won. I mean, I shouldn't say they made them look like shit. They won by 2 against Cleveland State. And then they put it on Stony Brook. If anything, they put it on Stony Brook better than St. John's did to pull the old Patty C method. But I'm impressed. You?
Yeah, Keith Danbrock, good coach. The only hesitation I have with Duquesne is we've seen them do this a couple times where they'll start. I think one year they were like 15-2. Last year, 10-3 to start, and then they kind of petered out. So I still think that they're way better than last year. But yeah, I like this Dukes team so far.
Yeah, and then we get to Villanova losing to Penn outright. And I'll be honest, that final score, Penn was fucking them up more. Like Villanova dressed that up a little bit. This was shocking.
Private school pussies.
I almost bet on Villanova, man. I was close to betting on them. Whew. Okay. You know what I've been thinking about with this Ivy League? Is the Ivy League way up with Yale, with Harvard, after Harvard went down to Rice and beat the shit out of them, with Princeton, and then Brown. You guys, yeah, and then also you guys tried selling me on fucking Dartmouth, and Dartmouth lost by 40, but maybe they're all right, and that was just a bad game.
Yeah, they'll be back.
I mean, guys, let's talk about this. This is a fucking huge upset.
Yeah,
this is a huge upset. I have to reevaluate.
Should have been Penn,
but I was high on Nova this year. I am reevaluating that.
It comes down to coaching. I mean, this has the talent. This team has the talent to where they shouldn't be losing to Penn. And I mean, my conclusion to this is there a single good conference in college basketball this year? Like high major conference. SEC's dropped a couple of games that they shouldn't have. The Big Ten's dropped a couple of games. The Pac-12's dropped a couple of games. Big East now has dropped a couple of games with
Big
12, Georgetown, Villanova.
Big 12 just Oklahoma State, but they do that every year, right?
Big 12's the only one where only one team has dropped a nonsense game.
We dropped a game, unfortunately.
No, Oklahoma State and Dub V. Oklahoma State and Dub V.
All these high major conferences.
If anything, the Pac-12's only got what? The Cal loss, right?
Stanford lost, right?
No, they're undefeated.
Stanford's going to lose.
Yeah,
we'll get to that game.
Yeah, we will get to that.
I guess that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
We'll tease that out on this episode.
But yeah, like there's been at least 2 teams in each conference that have just had a nonsense loss. Really has.
Yeah, Set in the chat saying Princeton, Yale, and Harvard are usually good. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I know that, but they don't normally, like Penn's normally good too, but they don't normally beat Villanova. You know what I mean? Like yeah, Penn and Harvard, Yale, always traditionally pretty good. I feel like maybe not Penn, but I feel like Penn some years is good.
I think this is more about Kyle Neptune right now. You can't lose to Penn. You're Villanova.
Yeah.
And you got like the oldest team in college basketball. You can't lose that game.
Yeah.
You have to find a way to win that game.
It's a bad loss. It's a very bad loss. Shout out to Presbyterian. I know it's the Citadel, but the Citadel almost knocked off Boston College. Presbyterian won at Vandy. I feel like the Presbyterian of old would lose this game. Shout out to the Blue Hose. And damn it, we should have locked up American. Can we add? We got to put this team on auto fade. I watched this game today. Siena. This is the second Siena game I've watched this year.
Bad.
They're really bad. Yeah. They're really bad. We should have bet this. Should have bet this. I even mentioned it last night. Saying, do we think about this? We didn't, but we got to learn from that. How about the airport actually played Miami really tough?
They're up like 10 in the second half.
I know, man. That was a shocker. You were right there. The airport gets the cover. Did you bet that?
No, I just because I thought the airport was terrible. But we've seen this with Miami where they I don't know if they get bored because they're all offensive guys and they just want to score, and they just go through stretches where it looks like a pickup game. Like they don't guard anybody, and that's kind of what they did tonight. But they turned it on when they had to.
VMI covered against South Carolina. I was on the right side of that with the key debts. Stephen F. Austin, Northwestern State. I know you and Noah tried to bring me into the muck here. You tried to bring me into the muck. My lumberjack. Look, you actually swayed my pick. Remember, I was on Stephen F. Austin, and then I said I'm not going to lock it. I'm going to ride with Northwestern State. So I'm not super mad at you guys because I didn't put money on it. But Stephen F. Austin whooped their ass by 26 tonight. I know you guys probably watched more of this game than I did. Your thoughts, Mac?
Yeah, they got punched in the mouth. I think it was like 24-4. They got it down at half, I think, to 9 or 10. Maybe it was 11. And I thought, hey, man, they crawled back in this, but then Stephen F. just had another gear. Bad pick. No other way to put it. Noah, what was your take?
Yeah, they just got dominated in the first and last 10 minutes. You said it was 23-5 through the first 10 minutes, and in the last 10 minutes they got beat 26-17. In the middle, they were competing. I mean, they were covering the spread in the middle of that game, but you know, I didn't know kind of what kind of talent Cabrera was kind of bringing in. He brought in 2 JUCO All-Americans, but there's a lot of new pieces on this team. It's going to take some time to gel for sure.
Work in progress.
Well, we did hit on this one. Arkansas Pine Bluff. And this line moved all around, so I don't know where you got this. You might have lost on this pick, but when we gave it away, this shit was fire. We bet this and hit. Hopefully you got the best of those numbers, because I think it might even let me see what this closed at.
I think it was 2.5.
So yeah, if you got the closing number, you lost, but we fucking hit. This is why you listen on the night of and not 10 minutes before the fucking game's tip. Your take on this game? This game was a bit wild. I feel like I was watching a decent amount of this, but if anything, when I was watching, it was just kind of back and forth. What'd you make of this one?
Yeah, I mean they came out swinging. It was like 25-10 or whatever, and then kind of shit themselves a little bit. Central Arkansas went up, and I'm like, man, we better not lose the game where we had 7 points of value. That would be some bullshit. But I mean, the whole time I felt like it was going to land somewhere in the middle, and it did. So, shout out to Pine Bluff getting a big road win. They're underrated. They're not bad. They play hard.
Yeah. Rob Donaldson knows that's one of my teams from last year, man. APB. Let's go. So we hit on that, and I should have bet this. We talked about this. I'm very mad that I did not bet Western Carolina money line, because we talked about the injuries that Middle Tennessee sustained. We talked about Western Carolina. We thought it was a letdown spot potentially, but I still rode money line. I took it on the money line on the picks page. I still didn't bet it though, and I'm mad because everything in me said they were going to win at Middle Tennessee. Your thoughts on this one?
Hell of a week for throw Western Carolina in there with a top 10 resume so far in terms of going on the road and getting wins. I ate shit. I know I was playing the letdown angle, and I thought Middle Tennessee could do the 1 game bounce with the guy being out. So, but I mean, yeah, Western Carolina, Catamounts, my preseason pick to win the SoCon, rolling.
Yeah. We hit on Houston, the Houston Cougars. Oh, once again, is this another one?
Went off at like 33.
So wait, if you got the worst of the number, look, I don't know what to tell you. If you got the number last night or probably early this morning, 6 a.m. or something, you were fine. If you got the closing line number, you lost. Get in there early. Listen to the show every single night the night before. We try to go live at 9 p.m. Pacific, folks. But we hit. Houston hits, dominating performance. They just severely out-rebounded the Hatters of Stetson. And Arizona beat the piss out of 38-point win against Southern. I actually took Southern on the sheet. Didn't hit. Just thought it was a good spot. Ryder, Nebraska pushed after all that, after our debates. After all that, we get a push.
They made 2 free throws late. Let's go.
Yeah. We hit on the Old Dominion Monarchs. Dude, they gave them a game. I mean, Arkansas was always in control by a little bit, but like they gave them a game, and Jeff Jones and ODU should hang their head high after the way they played. Mac, your thoughts on this one?
Oh, never in doubt. I mean, Jeff Jones is a good coach that you want to back as a dog. He always has his teams ready to go. They're physical. They're going to grind games out. And, Arkansas is always a work in progress, too. They always seem to peak around February and March.
Yeah. SIU Edwardsville was getting 18.5 points. They lose by 18. Can't believe they fucking covered that. We took Mizzou. I mean, we didn't bet it, but I'm saying for the picks page, you want to hit every bet. I was asked this morning, what is the bet I feel best about on the entire slate? And I said, Missouri State. Boom. Missouri State 84, Oral Roberts 69. We were laying 6. CJ Sullivan, you can thank me later. Cause he went heavy on that one. Yeah. Did you get eyes on this one?
I did not. Yeah, I mean, I didn't get much. I was just more score watching that one.
Yeah, you guys also. I'm mad at you and Noah for swaying my Xavier pick because they cover against Purdue. Purdue wins by 12. I didn't bet this game, but still, I try to hit every game, right? And I thought you guys sprinkled some bullshit on me.
Purdue was covering for most of that second half. First half, it was close, and then Xavier closed the door in the final 4 minutes of that game.
Made some big threes.
Yeah.
But, when you play a quality opponent, I feel like that's just 17.5. What was it? 17? A little too many. I ate shit with UC Santa Barbara as they went to UTEP. Mac, I know you were right there on UTEP getting that dub. Joe Golding winning by 13. Santa Barbara 0-2, I believe now.
AJ Mitchell didn't play in that game, by the way. UCSB's point guard.
Yeah. No. And how about the Cal Golden Bears?
Oh, bounce back.
Yeah, we should have bet this. Did you end up betting this?
I did on the picks page.
I should have bet this, man. I should have bet this. Cal won by 20. Should have bet this because final game of the night was the fucking Long Island Sharks. And let me tell you about the fucking Sharks. They don't just hop off a plane and play basketball. Let me tell you that. They go out there to Malibu. All right. And they are going to play so shitty that even the fans of Pepperdine are going to fucking boo. All right. Because what in the fuck are we backing? The fucking Sharks here. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. It's a fucking circus on the court. You don't know who's the point, who's the two, who's the three. You know what I mean? Rod fucking Strickland. What the fuck is going on here? This was embarrassing. The fucking Sharks here are costing us money every fucking day. And my people here in Long Island should have told me to fade the Sharks every fucking game this season because that's what we're doing the rest of the way. Your thoughts on the fucking Sharks, Mac?
If you can't cover 18 playing a team that's playing a fucking back-to-back, you're not covering many games. So yeah, auto fade. I'm done with them.
I'm done.
That was the last shot. That was the last shot. You can't get a better
done.
spot. You can't get a better spot than that. You have the rest. The other teams played a back-to-back. They're resting their starters in the second half, and you still can't close the gap. I'm like, oh, this team's done. Terrible.
I have 5 DMs from like before the game saying we're riding the fucking Sharks on my DM.
You should have seen how many people were hopping on that. I'm like, oh god, this is not going to end well. This is supposed to be just a late game play, and then everybody hopped on it.
Dude, I just responded after I said, "Oh yeah, let's go," and then I responded after that, just laughing. Ha 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 ha! Oh shit! They're costing me money. These fucking Sharks. And at least in football, the Sharks have been a solid play for us. But these fucking Sharks, I'm out. I'm out on the Sharks. All right, let's get to tomorrow's slate because it's fire. But before I do that, folks, I want to tell you that the college basketball experience is brought to you by Game Time. Buying tickets to your favorite event shouldn't be that stressful. Game Time is the fast and easy way to buy tickets for all sports, music, comedy, and theater that is near you. All right. With killer deals on last minute tickets and their best price guarantee, you can stop stressing over the tickets and start getting hyped for the fun you'll be having at that very event. So snag the tickets without the stress with the Game Time app, baby. All right. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use that promo code CFBX for $20 off your first purchase. Once again, terms apply. Create that account, redeeming code CFBX for $20 off. Download the Game Time app. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. We're also brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets. Win bigger by betting smarter this NFL season with Hall of Fame Bets, the sports betting analytics platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Research every NFL, NBA, MLB, and soccer bet with historical stats and data. So stop betting in the dark and join over 30,000 users researching with Hall of Fame Bets to craft more intelligent, data-driven parlays. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit hofbets.com. Use that promo code SGPN to get 50% off your first month today. Start researching, start winning with Hall of Fame Bets. Game ball time.
You want me to go first?
No, I think it's my time to go first. And you know where we're going, right from the start. The Quakers.
Mm-hmm.
It's either going to be the team we started with or the Quakers. So I don't like them that much. Give me the Penn Quakers to lead the way here. First game ball. Where are you going there, Mac?
Yeah, I'll go to the team we faded. Michigan, 3-0, wins over not only St. John's at the Garden tonight, but two good mid-majors in Youngstown and Asheville. Wolverines get a game ball here. Phil Martelli, baby.
Yes. Second game ball. Catamounts staying on the board here with a nice road win at a place. MTSU was nasty at home last year, and they beat Stephen F. Austin at home the other day. So that's a good road win there for the Catamounts. Give me them that game ball. What are you doing with your second game ball?
I like that one too. For my next game ball, let's go to Duquesne. Back-to-back blowout wins over Stony Brook and who was it the other night? Charleston. They beat Cleveland State as well. It's more so a cumulative game ball. Duquesne, the Dukes, Keith Dambrock get a game ball.
I like that one. And by the way, I forgot to talk about we lost on South Dakota State, Kansas State.
Oh, K-State
getting 10
well tonight.
Yeah, Kansas State looked the best they had all season. Shout out to them, but that's not my game ball. I just acknowledge that I missed that game. My third and final game ball, I think, I will go with is that good enough? Let's go actually with give me Butler. I think Butler needs to be noticed. I get it. They're supposed to beat this team, but fuck, they look really good, man. So, yeah, give me the Butler Bulldogs as my third and final game ball. How about you?
Scanning through this thing. For my final game ball, let's go to Presbyterian.
Yeah. The Blue Hose.
They're 3-0. They beat Vanderbilt. They beat the Citadel. Presbyterian, the Blue Hose, are 3-0, and they get the final game ball. Let's go Hose.
Let's go Hose. All right. Next up, we go to the slate. We got a fire slate. NC Nick's going to be live at two of these games. Tuesday, November 14th, first game on the slate, 1:00 p.m. Pacific. UC Davis, Jim Les, heading to Missoula, Montana. This is not in Fargo. To take on North Dakota State. UC Davis laying 3.5 points. I'll lay it. I think this is tough. This is standalone. Are we betting this? I feel like we got to bet this.
I kind of like the Bison. I know they just.
If it was in Fargo, I loved it. But
yeah, how do you handicap it being in Montana? Let's go Bison. Give me the Bison. Let's go. They're close to Montana. Cali boys don't want to go up to Montana. Let's go. Home dog-ish. I guess it's not really a home dog though. We'll take the Bison.
I'm on Davis. Davis has been up there because they played Montana. They've been in the state of Montana longer. It's like Dumb and Dumber. They're trying to get equipped with those laid back country folk. All right. So
lock battle.
Yeah, let's go. Lock battle to start things off. Jim Les, the former Sacramento King, gonna do me a solid. Let's fucking go. And here we go. In one corner, Pick Dundee riding with UC Davis. In the other corner, Mac is riding with the Bison. Let the Bison be Bison. Let's go. Yeah, that should be a fun one. Wisconsin heading to the dunk to take on Providence. Wisconsin's laying 1.5 points. Not so fast. I know I'm not big on Kim English, but he runs exactly what Rick Barnes did. Rick Barnes just beat the shit out of Wisconsin. I think the athleticism, the home edge, all the difference for me to take Providence. Providence, just play it plus 105 or whatever the hell it is. What are you doing here, Mac?
I'm on the other side. I'm going to take the Badgers. I think better team coming off a loss, and I trust Greg Gard over Kim English. So I'm going to trust the better coach, older roster. I'm going to lock the Badgers. This is a bounce back. Veteran group. We're going into the dunk and getting this done. Let's go.
Tim English, Mac, going with the cheeseheads of the Badgers.
Let's go, white guys. what was your term on the main show? Stapled to the to the floor.
They're stapled to the floor. That's what I'm saying. You're taking a team stapled to the floor. Good luck. All right.
Fundamentals, baby.
At home, that figure skating works. You know what I mean? But on the road, no. Bucknell is heading to LaSalle. LaSalle's laying 11.5. They played last year, but LaSalle won by 10. Maybe that's the logic. I still just can't do it. I just can't do it. Bucknell just beat Niagara. Give me the points. Give me the points in the Bison. Bucknell's been a hard team to figure out. Give me the Bison. I don't feel good about it. Move along. Don't bet this game. What are you doing here, Mac?
Maybe Bucknell's not as bad. I mean, they lost to Penn. They got drilled by Penn. Penn just beat Villanova. Yeah, I'll take the points. I mean, that's a lot to lay with Fran Dunphy.
Whew, this line has jumped up since this morning. Wofford is catching 31.5 in Knoxville. This morning was like 27. I guess I'll take the points here then. You know what I mean? Like, at what point do I take the points? I feel like, give me Tennessee. They win by 32. What are you doing here?
What are they doing? They beat Gulf Coast by 30 last year. Tennessee Tech by 30. They already beat Tennessee Tech already by 40 this year. They're kind of like Houston. They fuck these teams up. I'll lay it with Tennessee.
Sacred Heart is in the perfect spot of all spots. Should we lock this?
I think we should. Holy Cross is a letdown spot waiting to happen.
Holy Cross just beat Georgetown, a huge bye game.
Yeah.
Trust me. They fucking partied their ass. I guarantee you they went to some strip club right off the 95 freeway on the way home.
Sacred Heart almost won at Iona the other day.
Yeah. Sacred Heart's getting 1.5.
Let's go.
Some call this foolish. I don't think so. We're locking it up. Sacred Heart. Fucking Sacred Heart on the money line. Let's go. Mercer is catching 4.5 at Morehead State. I will lay the 4.5, and am I crazy to think Morehead State's going to drill them? What are you doing here, Mac?
No, I kind of like Morehead a lot here. Morehead over Lesshead for me.
Lock?
Yeah, let's lock this up. I think they're significantly better than Mercer.
I do too. The locks are flowing. Oh, let's go. Hofstra's taking on the Colonials of George Washington. The Colonials of George Washington. G-Dubs laying 2.5. I actually think we should lay the 2.5. I'm laying the 2.5. What are you doing here, Mac?
I kind of tend to agree with you. How about Bill and Mary covering for me the other day against George Washington? I'll take Hofstra here actually, but no lock for us here. This is a total toss up.
Yeah, don't get all crazy here on us. North Carolina A&T is catching 31 at UVA. Terrell Furman Jr., North Carolina A&T graduate. He texted me 2 days ago saying, "Here's a tip from a source at North Carolina A&T," and he goes, "Take UVA minus the points." All right, I'm going to listen to him, even though I think laying 31 with the team that normally scores about 54 is insane. But this Virginia team is scoring a lot better. I'll lay the third. I can't do that. Give me the 31 points. I just can't. It's too many fucking points. Give me 31 against UVA. What are you doing here?
Virginia wins 51-19. Lay it. It's going to be a terrible game.
Gosh, I mean, I guess Terrell's my guy. All right. I'll listen to him. They
lost by 50 to Pitt. And
That's
they lost
true.
by
That's true.
30 to Greensboro. They're awful.
I'm changing my pick.
Yeah.
I will lay the points, but I'm not betting this fucking game.
Yeah.
Noah, do we have a line on St. Francis and Penn State? Oh, I see it. 24.5. Yeah, I'll take the red flash plus 24.5. In-state game, you saw Lehigh cover against Penn State. Give me I know St. Francis has been traveling the world, but give me the 24.5. What are you doing here, Mac?
I'll take the points as well with you.
Temple, Drexel, Battle of Philadelphia. Drexel's, see, we called this on the show this morning. 6 points was the spread. It's minus 4.5. Drexel minus 4.5. Give me Temple in the points. What are you doing here?
I feel like we should lock Temple. Don't all these games come down to the final buzzer, one possession game?
Yeah.
I think you sprinkle some on the money line. I'm all over Temple. Lock it up. Philly game.
All right. Philly's cheesesteak special going on in good old TCE land. So we're betting Temple. It's tough back in Cosby. Eastern Michigan is catching 25.5 at FAU. Give me the points. My Eagles fly high, baby. They cover the 25. They lose by 22. What are you doing here?
They're actually coming off a big win for us the other day when we locked them up. Oh, yeah, they were the one that lost to Butler by 50 on opening night. I'll take the points with you. Do not love it. Yeah,
I don't love it either. Northeastern is taking on Harvard. Harvard's laying 5. I feel like this is a fun little Boston battle. You know, I love the regionality stuff. Give me Harvard minus 5, though. I don't know. No.
Do you want to push?
Yeah. What are you doing here?
I think the better team's the dog. I trust Bill Cohen in Northeastern. This is a local rivalry game too.
Harvard looked good at Rice though, man.
I know they're coming off that. I think it's a little bit of a letdown winning a bye game. Not a bye game, but they were a 10-point dog.
Yeah.
I like Northeastern. I like this Northeastern team.
All right, let's go Northeastern. I'm not locking this. You're locking this?
This might be Pick's page. I can see I think they're going to win it outright.
I don't know. I think that's a really tough game. I'm staying the fuck away. It's a good game. I want to watch it though. Bowling Green is catching 1.5 at Oakland. Nope. Give me Oakland minus 1.5. Surprised we don't see Noah here, huh?
We should
spoke
lock
too soon. I jumped in here.
We should lock the Grizz, right? They're coming off 2 bye game losses where they but competed against Ohio State and Illinois.
They almost beat Ohio State. They competed against Illinois. This team's pretty good. Bowling Green, I think they've played some shit competition personally. So, yeah, I'm all over this. I made this one actually Oakland minus 7. So 2 possessions of value. Give me that all day.
Let's lock it.
No, I love it.
Friends through eternity, loyalty, honesty will stay together through thick or thin. Friends forever.
Wagner. Heading to Rhode Island. The vacuum company's getting 9.5 at Rhode Island. Give me the 9.5. I think Wagner's decent. What are you doing here?
I like Wagner here too. Check the picks page. I may lock this. I don't know yet. I feel like they're live. I feel like Rhode Island's going to drop one of these bye games because I don't think they're very good.
Yeah. Bellarmine is taking on Chattanooga. Chattanooga beat the pride of Louisville, the Louisville Cardinals. Can they make it to Louisville schools there? Chattanooga's laying 6.5. Not so fast. Give me Bellarmine in the 6.5. What are you doing here, Mac?
I agree. I mean, do we really take anything from beating Louisville? What does that even mean at this point?
Yeah. Brown is at New Hampshire. Should we lock this? Brown is laying 4.5. I think Brown is much better.
This is UAB all over again from Sunday. You got an 0-2 team that's lost by combined 4 points to Colgate and Loyola. They're way better than New Hampshire. Lock it up. Let's go Brown.
Lock it up. The Brown Bears. Michigan State, Duke in Chicago, Illinois. This line's gone up a full point. from where it was this morning when I took Duke. Duke's laying 4.5.
Oh, it's up to 4.5 now.
That's what I'm saying. Give me Sparty at 4.5. I think it'll be a close enough game. I was on Duke at 3.5. I think I called it at this morning. I hate to be that asshole that takes both sides, but at some point, I just don't expect Izzo to get blown out. So give me Sparty plus the points. Not locking it. What are you doing here?
I'm getting the better coach, the older team, the more physical team. We've seen what bothers Duke, physicality in older teams. Tennessee last year in the tournament, Arizona this year. Give me Sparty, lock it up. Let's go. They're going to win.
I think Duke's going to win by 2 or 3. I think it's going to be a one possession game.
I think Duke's overrated. I said it in the preseason. Maybe I'll eat shit on this one, but I was all over Arizona. I love Sparty here. They got to make a shot eventually. They're like 2 for fucking 32 from 3. They're going to make it in Chi-Town.
I mean, that's Big Ten basketball.
Fair. I just Izzo over Scheyer too. I mean, easy for me.
Didn't he beat him last year though? Didn't Scheyer beat him last year?
No, they didn't play. They played in the tournament, NCAA tournament. Krzyzewski's last year.
Oh, maybe you're right.
You're right. They pulled away. Sparty was up with like 5 minutes left. Coach K owned Izzo. I know the chat just said that. That is true.
Yeah, I'm taking at 4.5 though. It's too much.
I'm surprised Noah's not locking Duke.
At 3.5, I'll take Duke. I know that sounds crazy, but 1 point that big of a difference? Yes. I think it's going to be a close game. Duke wins by 4. Let's go. IUPUI is at Indiana State. Indiana State's laid 16.5. Give me ooey pooey, as Patty C says. What are you doing here?
Yeah, definitely not locking this fucking game. I'll take Indiana State. I think ooey pooey's awful again. They were randomly good last year for that 1-3 game stretch. It was awesome. We bet the shit out of them 3 in a row, and they won every time outright.
Stonehill is catching 19.5 at St. Joe's.
Ugh.
We put Stonehill on the auto fade list the other day, but damn if this isn't a big ass number. I'm still laying it. What are you doing here?
I guess I'll take it. I mean, I don't know. I'll take the
yeah. Jacksonville State heads to Morgantown.
Here we go.
Dub V is laying 10 points.
Morgantown, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old Morgantown, Morgantown WP.
Give me the 10 points, buddy. I think Dub V is going to win by 7 or 8.
You know, I've been taking these teams off the bye game losses. Cal came through for us tonight. It was Oklahoma State the other day. I'll lay it with the Mountaineers, but I'm not betting my own team with only 8 players right now. Hopefully they can make a shot for a change.
Noah, I'm curious if you had to decide, where would you go, Noah?
We're talking about Stonehill?
No. Glad to see you're paying attention.
Sorry, I've been managing the chat. What's this game?
No.
West Virginia, Jacksonville State.
Oh, I mean, I wasn't going to be one that was negative on West Virginia. I didn't label that as a team that I was looking to fade. So I don't have numbers on WV games. I had a number on Monmouth because I was looking to back them.
If you had to play the fucking thing, dude. All right. Good God.
I'd probably, I want to see West Virginia like play a full game. I'd probably fade them here too.
Okay. Good.
All right, go backstage again.
Good.
Get out of here.
Sound like a fucking politician dancing around shit. It's like
he's trying to middle the number.
Good God. We love you, Noah. All right. Lipscomb, Tennessee Tech, Battle of Tennessee here. Oh man. Struggle with this one to tell you the truth. Lipscomb's laying 2.5. They won by 1 the last time they played.
It's about right.
I'll lay it with Lipscomb. I think their program's a little bit better than Tennessee Tech. What are you doing?
I'll take Lipscomb too. And hey, no, you gotta lock some games because the chat is waiting for you. They're waiting for your Michigan Wolverine lock of the night. Let's go. The people want it. Let's go.
Georgia Southern is heading to Jacksonville, Florida, and I'm going to start things off with a bang. My Dolphins are going to beat the piss out of Georgia Southern. Lay the 4.5. I like this play a lot. One of my favorite plays on the board. What are you doing here, Mac?
Yeah, we took Missouri State last night as one of our favorites. I like it too. I thought they looked good at Xavier. Got away late. A way better team than Georgia Southern. I'll join you. Let's go.
Double lock. Dolphins swim in any fucking weather, any climate. Probably talking out of my ass, but you know. Einhorn or Finkel or Einhorn. Colgate is heading to Syracuse, New York. Syracuse is laying 5. Colgate's beat them back-to-back years by double digits.
I know. Is it different this year? Because
I think it is. They're playing man.
Yeah.
I'm laying the 5. I'm laying the 5 with the Qs. What are you doing here?
I kind of agree. I kind of think Syracuse's athleticism wears them down. But if they were playing the zone with Jimmy Boeheim and picking his boogers, I definitely would have taken Colgate. We got Noah Bieniek in here. Is he taking the Raiders?
Where are we picking this game?
5, flat 5.
I have it at -8. Give me Syracuse. I think with the zone, Colgate was able to shoot their threes over the zone. Now you're playing more man to man. I like that a little bit better. Not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lock this, but you're locking it, Noah.
I haven't handicapped any of these games, so I was just kind of waiting to see how you guys would be jumping on these lines or not. I would if somebody else wants to with me.
Oh my god,
that's
I already got like 10, and we're not even at 8 o'clock yet.
I'll lock Syracuse.
There we go.
Revenge angle.
Noah Bieniek says ride with the Orange Men.
I don't
High
want to
Point.
Syracuse. That's another reason not to lock it.
Yeah. High Point is getting 4 at Queens. I don't think this Queens team is as good as it was a year ago.
Yeah.
I'm taking High Point +4. Sprinkle some of the money line if you're going to bet this game, but I'm not locking it. What are you doing here?
I'm going to take Queens. I do like taking teams that took it on the chin a couple times on the road coming back home. I'll take Queens, but not a strong play for me here.
The Florida Gators are taking on the Rattlers of Florida A&M. Florida's laying 29.5. I think we should maybe bet this.
They are really bad. Oh,
especially
man.
Florida just lost to Virginia.
Yeah.
Last time they played, Florida won by 40, and that was last November.
Who does Florida have on deck? Florida
State.
Florida
State.
State.
They have Florida State.
I'm staying away. Yeah, I'm staying away. I'll take Florida though.
All right, I'll take Florida too. You fucking. I might lock this. Pay attention to the picks page.
Good tease there.
Noah, we found your second lock. Mississippi Valley State is getting 42.5 at UConn. As the, legend tells it, you are the only person in the past 25 years to lock up Mississippi Valley State. They're getting 42.5, buddy. You can come in. You can come on screen for this one. I will take UConn. Mac, what are you doing here? Should I play Noah's music on the lock here?
I think you should. I'll take the Valley. Let's go. They win by 39, 78-39.
Noah?
I texted Mac and Colby pre-show just for the memes because I've got 3 possessions worth of value on Mississippi Valley State here, and UConn has a look-ahead spot to Indiana on deck. I was like, you know what? It's not a terrible spot. Then I go and handicap the game. They covered this number against Oklahoma, but they lost by 46 to LSU. So I said, hell
no. Sprinkle some on the money line is what he said.
Yeah.
I thought.
I'm gonna have to get him a Delta Devils t-shirt at some point. Toledo is heading to Dayton, Ohio to take on Wright State. Little battle of Ohio. You know you love it. And Wright State won by 7 the last time they played. Little revenge on the mind for Enrique Freeman. No, wait. Toledo, right? I always get Toledo and Akron confused there. But why is Toledo a dog?
I was kind of thinking the same thing. I know the game is at Wright State. I'll dive into it. I'm still gonna take Toledo.
I'm taking Toledo too.
Yeah.
Not locking it.
I think they're the better program overall.
UMass Lowell is catching 4.5 or 5 at Georgia Tech. UMass Lowell is going to win this game. You know this, right?
I don't disagree. They made me eat shit the other night. Georgia Tech has Cincinnati on deck as well. Let's take Lowell. This line is telling us everything. Lock that thing up.
I think we should lock it. Money line.
They're going to win.
Play it on the fucking money line, folks. Riverhawks soaring through Atlanta. North Alabama is catching 19.5 at Mississippi State. No, I will lay the 19.5. Mac?
Same. I'll lay it.
Boston is heading to Washington, D.C. to take on Howard. Howard's laying 10.5 points. I don't know what to do with Howard anymore. Boston won this the last time they played. Give me the points. What are you doing here?
I was going to say, who the hell's Howard to be like 10.5 points? Give me Boston.
Texas State is heading to Norman. They're getting 17.5 points. Oh boy. Texas State looked good against Miami, Ohio the other morning when I was watching them. Give me the points. What are you doing here?
I'll take the points as well. I mean, Oklahoma plays a brand of basketball where it's kind of hard to get blown out unless you're Central Michigan and Mississippi Valley State. So Texas State a little bit of a step up here.
Johnny Football says you skipped Stonehill St. Joe's. No, we talked about it. It's back there.
Took the graveyard.
Yeah. I took St. Joe's, but I don't feel good about it. South Alabama is catching 20.5 at Bama. No. Big brother blows out little brother. I will lay it. What are you doing here, Mac?
I almost want to lock Alabama. They put it on these teams. I mean, they beat Morehead by 35. I mean, South Alabama, I know they beat Buffalo, but Buffalo's a bad team. I'm going to lock up Bama. I think they're going to put it on South Alabama.
Moneyline Mac, lock it up, Alabama. I might join him if I'm looking for a wager tomorrow, but not right now. This game, UNC Greensboro is catching 3 in Nashville against Vanderbilt. Wrong team favored? Yeah, give me Greensboro. Give me the points. Ride the money line if you're going to bet this. What are you doing here?
I mean, should we lock this? I agree that the wrong team's favor. I think Greensboro is much better than Vanderbilt. I'll lock Greensboro. They're going to win.
Noah?
Yeah, I'm looking to pull up the exact injuries, but Vanderbilt's dealing with injuries. That's not an excuse to lose to Presbyterian, though. I think UNCG should be favored in this game. I'm taking the Spartans on the money line. Lock it up.
There we go.
All right. There we go, folks. Sold me on it. Let's go. UNC Greensboro. North Carolina Greensboro, as they say.
Friends through eternity, loyalty, honesty will stay together through thick or thin.
Western Kentucky's heading to Murray State. It's a good little Kentucky battle there. Murray's laying 2.5. Not so fast. Tops get the win here. Give me the 2.5.
Wrong team favored. I'm locking up Western. I think they're pretty good, man. I'm high on this team. No Stansbury.
Not gonna lock it with you. But I like the play. Moneyline Mac locking up the tops. Western Michigan's catching 24 points at Northwestern. Stop it. Give me the 24 in Western Michigan. No analysis. I mean, how many times has Northwestern ever won by 24
Not much.
more? That's what I'm saying. Give me the points. What are you doing here, Mac?
Yeah, I'll take the points.
UTSA is at Lamar. This game's ass. UTSA is a road favorite. Nope. Lamar. Give me the 1.5 at home. What are you doing here?
I guess I'll take Lamar. Prairie
View is taking on Abilene Christian. Do we have a number on this one? No, actually I got it. At AC, Abilene Christian's laying 14 against Prairie View. It's too many. Give me Prairie View plus the points. Mac?
Yeah, take the points. This might be Picks Page lock. This is a lot of points for Abilene Christian to be laying. Prairie View is covered for a bunch for us so far this year.
Yeah. Colorado State's laying 11.5 in Greeley, Colorado, taking on the Bears of Northern Colorado. I actually think we should lay it. I'm going to lay it with Colorado State. What are you doing here?
I'll take the points just because little brother's at home getting points.
UT Rio Grande is taking on TCU. TCU's laying 28.5 points. This is skyrocketed. This was lower earlier today. I'll lay it. I don't feel good about it. Lay it. What are you doing here?
TCU, when they're healthy, they usually drill these teams. I'll take TCU. Lay it.
Cal State Northridge is at Chicago State. Stop it. Stop it. The Cougs are just laying 1.5. No. Chicago State minus 1.5. Lock it up. We're back after we beat Southern Indiana. Mac, what are you doing here?
I'll lay it with Chicago State. I'm gonna take this one off. I'm gonna sit this one out and cheer you on. Got enough locks. I don't need to throw Chicago State in there just to yell at the small iPad.
Green Bay is at Valpo. I could be talked into a lock here. I think the wrong team is favored. Green Bay is catching 4.5 at Valpo.
Valpo is really bad. New coach coming over from Gonzaga.
Dude, Green Bay is better. Green Bay is a better team. Fuck it. Money line this. Let's go.
I'm with you. Let's go. Give me Aaron Rodgers and the Packers.
Triple lock.
Hell yeah. I mean, Valpo just lost to IUPUI. Green Bay's got Noah Reynolds. They win this game outright.
Let's go.
I love it when a plan comes together, folks. Green Bay.
Loyalty, honesty will stay together through thick or thin.
I'm going to keep these locks flying high.
Call you Loxley.
Call me Mike Loxley. Tarleton State's getting 9.5 at Bradley. Bradley is going to win, but 9.5, Mac?
It is a lot. It gets lit there, though.
Give me Tarleton plus 9.5. Bradley wins by 5. Who you taking?
I'm going to take Tarleton, but I'm going to sit this one out because I could see Bradley pulled away late.
Detroit's catching 23.5 in Oxford, Mississippi against Ole Miss. Give me Detroit, but no luck because they've been getting their ass whooped left and right. Mac?
Yeah, Ole Miss has been pissing me off. They have not been covering. Maybe this is a spot. I'll lay it here, but I don't love it.
UIC is getting 11.5 at Loyola. A little crosstown battle. I'm laying it with Loyola. What are you doing here?
I'm going to lay it with Loyola as well.
Texas A&M is laying 5.5 points at SMU. Fuck out of here with this shit. Buzzsaw is for real. One of my favorite plays of the day. Lay the 5.5. What are you doing here?
We're going to lock battle in the Lone Star State. Let's go. Give me the Stangs. SMU, baby. This is back-to-back road spots for A&M.
I thought you learned when you took Ohio State. But, you know, some people got to learn the hard way. Wait, Noah, where are you at on this one?
I'm with Colby, locking up the Aggies here.
Island, baby. Here we go.
I got Texas A&M minus 12 in this game. I love the Aggies backcourt. Hate SMU's. So
they're gonna fuck them up, dude. They're gonna fuck them up. He's gonna be regretting this one. He's gonna be really regretting this one. We got a lock battle in Dallas. Noah and Dundee with A&M. Moneyline Mac riding with the Mustangs. Representing the ACC.
This is a look ahead spot too, because who has West Virginia on deck and Fort Myers, Florida, SMU baby.
Yeah, well, time out. You can't say it's a look ahead when they got A&M coming to town. I mean,
no,
they're going to get up
going to Fort Myers, baby.
Well, but I mean, for SMU, they want to circle these Texas schools coming to them. This is a get up spot.
I'm not going to argue it, but it fit my narrative.
I got you. Fair enough.
They're going to fuck up SMU. I don't give a shit if they've been crossing off the days for a year. Texas A&M is going to fuck them up. I cannot wait. All right. I cannot wait for tomorrow night's show.
Sprinkle some on the money line. Let's go.
Oh, there we go. Alcorn State's catching 8.5 at Arkansas State in the good old town of Jonesboro. Give me Alcorn plus the points. What are you doing here, Mac?
Kind of like the points as well. No strong play here.
Gavitt games. Marquette heading to Illinois. Illinois is a 1.5 point favorite. Last time these two teams played, Marquette won by 1 point 2 years ago. Revenge is on the mind. Give me the Illini to win at home. Place is going to be lit. I will lay the 1.5. Another thing to monitor here, if we're going through this, is Tyler Kolek is a game time decision. So kind of important. Mac, what are you doing here?
This is one of our favorite systems. Whenever we see a top 5 team in the country catching points on the road, oh yeah, all over the Illini here. Lock it up. I think that play is going to be on fire, and they're more athletic. I think they wear them down. I'm locking up the Illini. Let's go. That play's going to be bonkers tomorrow night.
I'll do it. Let's go. Illini. I'm going to be watching the game. Might as well have some action on it. Time for some action. Man, I kind of like these other plays here too. I got a couple more locks. Milwaukee's catching. Am I seeing this correctly here? 17 points. Let me double check here. 18.5. Fuck out of here. Give me the Panthers. I can be. We should lock this. I know Colorado looks really good, but
fucking teams up though. I'm staying away with the altitude. I may lean to Colorado actually. They're fucking good. I'm starting to buy in. I think
Milwaukee played Providence good, man. I like Milwaukee in the points. Give me the points.
I'm staying away.
But you lean Buffs, huh?
Yeah, future Big 12 member. Got to represent.
South Dakota's getting 8.5 at DePaul. Give me the Coyotes. What are you doing here?
DePaul's fucking god awful. Give me the Coyotes as well. But I mean, this is also a system where usually the team, when they lose a bye game, they should get up unless your name's Louisville.
Yeah. This game's ridiculous. Santa Clara. Now, we called this game at 14. It was actually opened at, I think 11.5. It's down to 10 right now. Santa Clara is getting 10 at Stanford, plus 425 on the money line. Maybe my favorite play of the whole day. I think this has got to be my favorite play of the whole day. There's no way they're not losing by. They're not going to lose in double digits. I think they're live to win this fucking game. We ride the money line here. Mac,
we love taking coaches, the better coach when they're getting points. Get this tree huggers out of here. Let's go. Santa Clara. Sprinkle some on the money line. Lock that shit up. I'm with you. And I assume Noah is too.
Yeah, I'm right there with you guys. Triple lock this one.
Yeah.
Friends through eternity, loyalty, honesty will stay together through thick or thin.
Southern Utah is catching 15.5, not 18.5, 15.5 at Utah State. Give me the points. In-state battle. I feel like Utah State looked good, but in-state battle. Utah State wins by 14. What are you doing here?
I'm taking the points too.
Kansas, Kentucky, in Chicago. Kansas is laying what? Whoa, this line jumped up a little bit, huh?
Lock it.
I'm seeing 5.5. I also see a 6 out there. Jayhawks Are we all locking this one? Because it just seems so obvious, though, doesn't it?
He's going
Better,
the other way.
yeah. What? It's going down now?
Oh, I thought you were going Kentucky.
No, I'm on Kansas. I'm men versus boys here. Kansas is the older team. Kentucky's the younger team. Better coach, Bill Self. Better league, Big 12. Kansas. Let's go.
Lock it.
Yeah, I think this is Kansas too. And Mac, you said it pre-show. You thought DeJuan Harris was from Chicago. I'm pretty sure he is. Homecoming.
Yeah. Long Beach State's catching 13 against San Diego State. It's big number. San Diego State coming off a loss, though. Give me the Aztecs minus 13. Mac?
I thought that too. I think I'm still going to take the Dirtbags, but I would lock it if it wasn't coming off a loss. So I'm steering clear here.
Appalachian State's heading to Corvallis, where Oregon State's laying 2.5. I will lay the 2.5 with Wayne Tinkle and the Beavers.
Same. Let's go Tink, baby. Tink, Tink.
There we go. Jackson State has the audacity, the courage to come in to Playa del Rey, California, and try to take on Kelly LePepe after a loss. That's a few things in life you don't want to do, is take on Kelly LePepe after a loss. I'd rather battle, I don't know, a fucking pack of wolves than or an army of lions. Fucking hurricane. All right. I'd rather battle a hurricane named LePepe than Kelly LePepe. All right. They're laying 14.5. However, give me Jackson State to cover the 14.5, and I can be talked into a lock here.
We may lock battle this. I think LMU is going to fuck them up. This is when you want to fade Jackson State. Fourth game
been on the road forever.
Yeah, they haven't been home. And Loyola Marymount, tough loss the other night. Quick turn, which I like. Get it out of your system. I think Loyola Marymount wins by 20 plus, just like San Diego did. I'll lock up Kelly LePepe, baby. Let's go.
Whoa. Moneyline Mac locking up Kelly LePepe and LMU. I'm going to take Jackson State.
I was gonna say, you can't lock battle against LePepe.
I know. I'm not that dumb. All right. Look, I've done a lot of dumb shit in my life, but I'm not that dumb. Next up, Iowa heads to Omaha. Creighton's now laying 12. This opened up at like 8.5 or 9. At 12, give me the Hawkeyes. Mac?
Is this a spot where Creighton's going to fuck somebody up on that court? I mean, Iowa takes their show to the road for the first time. I think I'll lay it with the Blue Jays. I just think they're the better roster, and that place gets bonkers.
On the morning show was at 9, and I leaned Creighton, but 12. Yeah, 12 fuck these lines move. UMKC for the Kangaroos.
Colby, I want this one when we slice up the picks part of the show. We miss out on the prop, so I want the prop in there. Trey Alexander higher than 25.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's played 2 shit teams, hasn't played the full game in either. 29 against FAMU and 32 against North Dakota State. I like Trey Alexander higher than 25.5 points, rebounds, assists.
I like it. Look at Noah getting in there. UMKC's hopping around into Waco, Texas. They're the Kangaroos. You get what I did there? They're catching 27 in Waco. Look at me over here hosting.
I just gave it 10 o'clock at night.
Why? I have no idea.
This is West Coast time. What are we doing out there in Waco, Waco?
Well, it is Waco. It is Waco. Yeah. I will lay the 27.
Yeah, Baylor looked like shit the other night, so this could be a nice little bounce back. They have the preseason tournament on deck, but still, they're going to smash them.
UC Irvine's catching 14.5 in Los Angeles, taking on the Trojans. Give me the 14.5 in UC Irvine. You?
I'm going to lock up Irvine. I think this is going to be a tight game. I think USC, yes, very good, but I think Irvine, this is a get-up spot for little brother.
Moneyline Mac locking up the Anteaters. I'm not gonna lock it, but I like Irvine.
Too many points. Yeah, single digit game.
All right, folks. So that's our lineup. We just went through all the games. To recite, my locks are UC Davis standalone game, Providence at home getting 1.5 points. I also locked up Sacred Heart getting 1.5 points against Holy Cross. Morehead State -4.5 against Mercer. Temple +4.5 against Drexel. I was talked into that one. Brown -4.5 against New Hampshire. What else do we have? Jacksonville -4.5. A lot of 4.5 numbers against Georgia Southern. Also locking up the likes of UMass Lowell +4.5. Also money line play against Georgia Tech. Also locking up. What else do we have on the card? Tarleton +9.5. Green Bay +4.5. Also Green Bay. You play on the money line. I'm also going to bet on Chicago State -1.5. Texas A&M -5.5. One of my favorite plays. Illinois -1.5. Santa Clara +10. Ride the money line as well. Kansas -5.5 or 6, whatever you can get out there. I see 5.5 out there right now against Kentucky. And those are my plays, I believe. I might take Milwaukee in the points at some point. Mac, fire away.
Yeah, we got our lock battle to start standalone. I got the Bison over UC Davis. I got the veteran Badgers, Greg Gard, going to the dunk, getting a big win. We're both on Sacred Heart at Holy Cross, laying the points with Morehead against Mercer. The Philly battle, I'm taking the dog here. Give me the Owls of Temple against Drexel. I'm going to take the Boston dog too. Give me Northeastern against Harvard. That game's always right down the wire, and I think Northeastern's going to win outright. Oakland coming off the road trip. Great spot at home against Bowling Green. Brown, same scenario. They're going to put it on New Hampshire. I'm going to add this one. Give me Wagner at Rhode Island. Sprinkle some on the money line. I think they're live in that game. Sparty, better coach, veteran roster, gets it done over the Dukies. Bounce back, they'll make some shots. Jacksonville, the Dolphins were both on against Georgia Southern. UMass Lowell gets it done at Georgia Tech. Roll Tide roll over Little Brother South Alabama. Greensboro gets it done at Vanderbilt. I'm going to add Prairie View. Too many points at Abilene Christian, so I'm going to lock that up. Western Kentucky as well. Wrong team favored. They're going to get it done against Murray State, the Racers. I'm gonna take the Phoenix with you. Green Bay at Valpo, and then our lock battle here. Give me the Stangs of SMU with Texas A&M coming to town. That's going to be a ball game. Illinois, that place is going to be on fire against Marquette. I'll lay it with the Illini. Santa Clara at Stanford. Sprinkle some on the money line against the Tree Huggers. Rock Chalk, Big 12, Bill Self, Jayhawks get it done over Big Blue Nation in Chicago. And Kelly LePepe against Jackson State in the nightcap. Give me the Anteaters at USC. I think that's a ball game. Let's go.
Also, KG Visual says, does UVA clear the over 38 or 83.5? I can't read. I say no.
That's a lot of points for UVA.
Yeah.
Under or lower.
Yeah. Yeah. Noah, your locks?
Muted.
You're on mute, buddy.
Damn it. Oakland -1 against Bowling Green.
Oh shit, we forgot to throw in Oakland on mine. We're on Oakland. We're all three of us on Oakland. Yeah.
Yeah. Syracuse -5 against Colgate. UNC Greensboro +2.5. Sprinkle some on that money line against Vanderbilt. Green Bay +4 at Valpo. Sprinkle some on that money line. SMU Texas A&M -5 against SMU. I wrote that the wrong way. Santa Clara +9.5. Sprinkle some on the money line there against Stanford, and Kansas -5.5 against Kentucky.
Let's go.
There we go, folks. That is our show. I can't wait to be recapping tomorrow night's action with all those big time matchups. So, folks, appreciate everyone in the chat. We had over 203 people watching this thing. So come on, hit that like button, man. Guys, gals, whatever. Hit that like button. Do the damn thing. You can do it. All right. Yeah, I mean, give Moneyline Mac a follow on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. Noah Bieniek is on Twitter at NoahB77_. You know, Noah's the man. We give him a hard time sometimes, but what a call on the Michigan Wolverines. And give myself a follow on Twitter at TheColbyD. The College Basketball Experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. Follow. YouTube. You can watch this, folks. YouTube.com/The College Experience. Subscribe. And also remember, if you're subscribing, it's the hub for all of our podcasts. I host the College Football Experience, where we talk college football year round. The FCS College Football Experience, the College Baseball Experience, myself, Noah Bieniek, and the Big 12 Experience with Moneyline Mac and company there. Mac also hosts the Ryan and Rush Show. Check it out. And check out the Sports Gambling Podcast, live from Las Vegas every Friday night on VSiN. If you have YouTube TV, you have VSiN. Check out the Sports Gambling Podcast in general. All right. So check out all that. Get the SGPN app. It's free to download in the App Store and Google Play Store. And remember, folks, until next time, this is the College Basketball Experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
You get ripped apart. Save the cookie cutter mother for 106 apart. Guzzle your liquor while I sip your heart. You never dumb it down, dog. If you're smart, I throw out a couple of lines. Biters are quick to cross. Fishy on a dick to lie. Piss you off. It goes tits and bras, lips and jaws. I use my common sense to see the bitch and all. Good thing you got the market corner. Kids and malls. Grip the red carpet as you slip and fall off. Another career spear. Thanks for trying tough luck. You get an A for effort and an F for shut the fuck up. Here's a hint. Put down the mic, you catch a glimpse. And keep them eyes wide when you see me. Mike's I sees them. So when you see him, you got a good reason to look. Catch a glimpse. A lot of these heads need to improve their improv. Talent's not a program you download to install. Quality spread through hard work, no involved. My peers respect me cause I'm genuinely involved. Beyond gathering names to build up my buddy list. You decide, friendships and pounds of suicide and bloody risk. Come equipped or leave empty handed. They don't call me C's for nothing.